Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's Down and Dirty. We're going to talk about how to load an off-road truck. It's pretty straightforward. Obviously, if you've loaded a dump truck before, the concept is the same. You scoop dirt and you put it into the truck. But the way you go about it with an off-road truck is a little different. The first and foremost thing, you're going to be messy. It is okay to have a lot of dirt spill over the top. In fact, that's how you know the trucks are full in these off-road trucks. Now, today we are going to load a little lighter than I would under normal circumstances because this is an old and tired truck. We did have a little problem earlier in the week with her raising the dump box all the way, so we've been loading them a hair light, but not too light. So what you're going to notice is we're going to start up here at the front of the truck and we're going to heap the snot out of the front. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the rear of the truck, and what that does is kind of create this truck does not have a tailgate on it, so you kind of create a tailgate with the dirt, if you will. So you really mound the material at the back of the truck, and then that gives you the middle of the truck that you can really heap pretty solid. And generally speaking, when you're loading off-road trucks, you know she's full when about 3/4 of your final bucket spills off the edges. You know, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but at the same time, you want that sucker heaped good. So there's our front, pretty well full. Now we're gonna just reach out and we're gonna fill the back of this truck. The other thing with off-road trucks, these trucks are made to take a beating. They're made to have loads bombed into them. This is not something where we're gonna waste a bunch of time trying to get that bucket all nice and low so we don't, you know, bounce our driver a little bit. In on-road trucks, absolutely, you want to baby it a little bit. But these boxes are big, bulky steel boxes. In fact, if you ding the side of these trucks, it ain't a big deal. They're made to take a beating. Obviously, you don't want to slam into them intentionally, and you don't want to do it regularly. But, you know, earlier I didn't quite get my bucket up there high enough, and so I, dinged the side of the truck a little bit. It didn't even leave a dent. Like I said, these trucks are made to take a beating. It's not going to hurt them. So you're going to notice I'm not worried about getting my bucket super low in his box when I drop these loads. I'm worried about getting that material into the truck as quick as possible and getting back into the cut to move more material. So we've got our back pretty well full. Now I can start loading the middle. And I'm going to call that truck good. Again, I would have probably bombed a little bit more in there if that were a newer truck that I wasn't worried about killing. But I don't really want to be responsible for breaking someone's old truck. And so that is why we did that. So as you can see, it's a totally different animal than loading on-road trucks. It's all about production. It's all about speed. It's about moving the material as quick as possible. No one is concerned about whether or not you get a little dirt on the edges of the truck. No one's concerned about side rails. No one's concerned about you accidentally rocking the driver a little too hard. Obviously, if you're moving, big boulders or something that could physically damage the truck, that's a different story. But in a situation where you're just loading soft material like sand, dirt, clay, you don't need to worry about bombing the driver a little bit. It's not going to hurt that truck. It's made to take it. It's about getting the material into the trucks. Today we're only running with one truck, but most of the time you've got 2, 3, maybe even 5 of these guys running at any given time. Another important aspect is how you set the truck up. So this is less than ideal circumstances because I am actually below the grade the truck is running on, but there's not really a better way to do it on this job. Ideally, you want to set up to where you are above the truck. That helps you in 2 ways. One is so you can see into the truck and know what you're doing a little better. But the bigger reason is cycle time. If I'm loading at the same level of the truck, then that means I only have to raise my load up to the level of the tailgate opening on the truck. That saves a lot of cycle time versus what I'm having to do now where I'm loading my bucket below the level of the truck, and then I have to raise all the way up to where I am above the truck level so I can dump into the truck. So you can see how much time that takes, and that's why you generally want to set up to where you are above the level of the truck. You want your machine the tracks of your machine about level with the tailgate opening on the truck is the ideal situation. So that's it. It's not a super long down and dirty, but at least that gives you an idea of what to expect if you find yourself in a production situation and how to load trucks. So if you guys, as always, have any questions or comments, drop them below, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.